Coffee Club, Coffee Club. Grind your beans and grab your favorite mug. It's Ollie, Morgan, George, and Gus. It's them boys from Coffee Club. Boys from Coffee Club.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Coffee Club podcast for episode 175. Today, we're going to be recapping the U.S. Indoor Championships, as well as previewing an upcoming meet at BU. I believe it's the last chance, technically?
Yeah.
The last chance, also known as the OAC Takeover, because our team is shown up there with a force. And we have our very own Olli Hall representing the Coffee Club pod out there. So we're very excited for that. And there's also a couple of other nice little performances from this past week that we'll talk about. But before we get into all that, we do have a very special shout out today. It's not a bean shout out, something even more unique. I think it's a song/poem coming from Leo H. And it's on a Jingy trading card. Sorry, we can't show this logo on it. You probably can't even see it, but it's beautiful. It has the Norwegian flag, Jingy. It has love hearts.
I really like the hearts.
Glued onto it. And this is what it reads. I'll just read it for you boys and you guys can experience it. Oh Jingy, I adore how you squeeze. From steeple to marathon, all records you shall seize. When you phoned into Coffee Club, I nearly dropped to my knees. Heaven gates have arrived. There sat Tom Wang with the keys. We all know in running, some days are good, others suck. But with an 1,000-year contract, I wouldn't buy a Cybertruck. Oh, thank you so much for sending that in, Leo. That was really good. Amazing. What are our first
what a kicker at the end. There you go.
reactions? Yeah.
Love the ending. The ending.
Before the podcast, we were discussing what we were going to talk about today, and we did bring up how we've been talking about Josh Kerr a lot recently, and not generally in a positive light. And
he doesn't help himself.
That was so organic that came up.
We couldn't escape it even there.
We didn't even mean to, and it just organically occurred.
Yeah.
Guess who's in in the UK right now?
Who?
Jingy.
Why is that? How do you
I
know
just
that?
saw from his story he's in the UK right as we film this podcast.
I wonder if he's doing
He's probably
some work.
meeting up with Josh.
You think Josh is there? Nah, there's no way.
Secret love affair. They might be meeting up.
A little sneak away.
Yeah.
Get away from Albuquerque.
Maybe he tried to run British champs, but they didn't let him.
Well, the interesting thing is Josh didn't run the USA Championships. He wasn't in the 1500.
Wait, he wasn't?
No, I was wondering if he was still
shit.
sick or not, but he wasn't in the USA 1500 meters because he
That's
is
weird.
literally the best 1500 meter runner in the US. So
That's super weird.
yeah,
We'll have to check in on him.
we have to check it out. Yeah.
But yeah, Leo, thank you so much for that beautiful poem. We're going to keep that one safe for whenever we feeling bored some night, revisit it and just feel good about ourselves and about Jingy and
We should
all
give
things
it
that
to
are
we should give it to
wonderful
Jakob though. If we're at a meet. I see him. I say, "Hey, bro, we got this for you."
I hope he gets like some. Surely, I mean, I think that Jakob does see a lot of stuff on the internet. I hope he sees some of this type of stuff, which is it's not we don't take credit for it, but we're like kind of a part of helping it.
A vehicle. We're a vehicle.
Yeah.
We're the middleman.
We're the
Yeah.
vehicle.
So I hope somehow he gets exposed to that because
He must get sent so much stuff.
yeah, like lots of love letters,
How would they know
and
his
not
address?
just from us. He probably has I don't know. I guess
I know his address, but
You
I haven't
just
told
send it to Norway, and
anyone. And put his name on it.
it's small
and
enough.
it just shows up at his door.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, our first order of business today is this upcoming meet, which, as I already mentioned, we have a bunch of the team going back to Boston this weekend. The race is on Sunday. Are all the races on Sunday? All of them Sunday? Yeah.
I don't think there's very many.
It's the most low-key meet of the BU meets.
It's like the only non-college meet. There probably will be a couple of college kids.
But I think it is. I think it's a college meet for like D2 kids and stuff. I think the reason it's called Last Chance is because people do get national qualifiers at this meet. I think,
only little fuckers who don't have conference, like
like
the Pac-12.
That was always so annoying.
Because this is, I think it's conference weekend.
Yeah.
So you only go if you're like Oregon or people like that? Because I remember they showed up to
Well,
or Washington, I guess.
Oregano.
Now they're in the Big Ten, so they can't anymore.
Oh, you're
Unfortunately.
actually. I didn't even think about that.
What did it used to be called? The MSPF championships or some shit?
Some show.
MPSF,
NPR. The NPR championship.
which was just another chance
Just a
to
Dempsey
qualify.
meet at
Yeah,
one
it's
of the
messed up.
fastest tracks in the country.
Yeah, this
But-
is the only one that BU doesn't make like $1 million at,
Yeah.
because apparently they don't actually host it.
Interesting.
But this is the last go around at BU until next December.
Mm-hmm. Excited?
Thank God.
I've never run a mile at BU. So
Crazy.
I am excited.
Crazy.
I think I've done some pacing there, and I've done a 5K with George Simon Beamish, and that was pretty fun actually.
Is that your last race at BU?
Mm-hmm. Other than that, I was pacing
I guess
Joe.
there hasn't been. There's not that many races at BU that we
Pacing
go to,
Joe. I
really.
paced Joe and Woody Concave.
Oh yeah, true.
And yeah, other than that, it's been pacing. So this will be the first time in the mile. Is it a cheat code? Yes.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Wait. Has it been publicly announced, like exactly who's racing in this race?
No, one specific person has not been announced.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering as we talk about it.
Yeah, are we gonna announce that?
Well,
Are we done?
I know a certain person would be very pissed off if we did, because
How do we not?
By the time this comes out on Thursday, like no one's gonna be able to decide last minute to
Do you
go.
reckon we can
right?
say it then?
Surely it's not gonna.
I think
affect
by the
anything.
time this comes out on Thursday, it's already public.
All right, well, you
Must
guys
be.
say it so I don't get in trouble.
Well, why are you going to race? What's your
I'm
immediate
going to
plan?
race, snapping necks and cashing checks, baby. That's why I'm racing.
Good answer.
That is a good answer.
I'm racing because I feel like I've trained a lot for a specific event, aka the 1500 meter mile, and I would love to run faster, man. And that sounds fun.
Who else from our team?
You're trying to get the world standard, right? Isn't that the only reason you're going?
Yeah, I'm in the drop down, whatever the thing is, but I'd love to run the 350. That's my goal. I think I can run
Well, that's the
pretty
world
fast.
standard.
Yeah, but in general, like if I ran 3:49.99, that'd be great. Not just because it's a standard, but because I would like to PB indoors for the mile. And I ran 3:50.83 exactly twice at Milrose, so I'd love to run quicker than that as well. But it would be nice to break 3:50. So that's where I'm going. I think I'm fit. I was in the area of Flagstaff for a little training, so I feel like I've got a lot of the energy that the cold brings in.
I love that.
The cold energy just kind of penetrated me and felt like I got a lot of good angst out of that. So I'm looking forward to racing. Teammates that are racing, do you guys want to?
Well, there's a good chance that it's going to be quite a fast race.
Yeah, I think it might be world record pace.
Yeah. So that's it. That's the bombshell right there. Yared is going back to take another shot at the mile, to take another hit at good old Jingle Bells, and see what he can do in the mile. See if he can reclaim that.
What do you think
world
Jingy's
record.
going to think when he sees that Yared entry?
Oh, he'll love it.
I think
Surely
he'll love it
he will
because
love
Surely
it.
he'll love that.
he'll love it because because even if Yared breaks it, that just says to Jakob, okay, I'll go break it next year.
Do you know the rumor I heard? There's going to be wave lights at BU.
Yes, somebody
Is that
has a
is that a
connection.
first ever?
I've never seen that before.
Somebody has a connection that's bringing in wave lights, and they're on this team.
That will help Yared a lot. I feel like.
Why are wave lights like such a hard thing to get? Shouldn't just every quick track just have wave lights there all the time?
I don't know. It's very, very specific technology, bro. Have you ever been to like
I've never waved
a Christmas
no.
tree factory and seen those lights, bro? It's very, very difficult to
I haven't.
articulate how they
Wait,
work.
who's the connection? How are we getting wave lights?
Mario Garcia Romo
He's getting
has
wave
connections
lights.
for the wave lights because he is pacing Yared Nuguse
Well, they come
for
from
world
Spain?
record attempt. They're coming from Spain, Barcelona.
No way.
I don't know where they're coming from, but he said that he gets 50% of all the meet money because he's bringing the wave lights. So Mario's actually making
Who's
the most
paying
effort in
for
his
that?
career. I don't know, but I know Mario has a connection, and they talked about it the other day. So it's exciting. It's very exciting. I mean, wave lights. If Yared with wave lights is actually going to help me and Geordie's case about if it's easier or harder, because Yared will tell me after the race, was it easier having the wave lights or not for the indoor track? They might not be as nice
Well,
as the one
you-
that Jakob had, but
Are you gonna? You should clip his heels too, just to make so then it'll be the same again.
with Hobbs. Well,
Make sure you clip
we'll
him.
get into this later, but Hobbs apparently doesn't just clip Yared and Nuguse. He clips everyone.
Drama.
There's drama.
Drama alert. That's crazy.
What if
Fun
Yared
show.
doesn't get it?
I think it's funnier. I think it's super funny.
Well, let's
'Cause
be
it's-
real. It's an extremely fast time.
Yeah.
Like Jakob came back and put a second on like 3:45 indoors. It's absolute bananas. It's February. I mean, race is on March 2nd. It's You don't need to be like if he doesn't get it, it doesn't mean anything.
No,
really.
but it would be funny to set it all up and then him not getting it, and Yared just being like, okay, I don't care.
yeah,
Because Yared's very much like, I got it once, you know.
especially considering he got it.
He
once
got it once.
already.
He's like, if he gets it again, it's like it's great. He definitely wants to get it. But if he doesn't get it, Yared's reaction would be like, okay.
if
whatever.
he doesn't get it, he's not coming back on the podcast the week after.
Yeah, no.
That's the bar. That's
actually,
what the bar is
we
set
should bring
at.
it. We should bring it back. So how'd
No
you
matter
feel not
what.
breaking the world record?
That actually would be a better
So-
interview.
Yared is trying to run 344.99.
I think he's trying to
Olli-
run quicker than that.
Ollie is trying to run 349.99.
Well, no, I'm gonna run 344.99.
That's what I was saying. You may as well. 'cause
I
then
might as
you
well go
do
with him.
two
That's
birds,
that
one
was the
stone.
question.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with him because I think the one thing that I've noticed in my my racing though, like I always went for it, you know, and I was able to hold on for like most of it. And I think with the training and everything going on in my body, and I feel like, I mean, I'm not in 344 shape, but I feel like if I went with it, even if I die, which I will die,
You just try to die.
I feel like I can hang on.
You just try to die the least.
I think I can hang on, and
What
I'd like to
about
do
it?
that. I'd like to put myself in that position because I thrive when I go out hard. Like I remember when I ran 347 at Oslo, I went out with Jakob and I stuck on for him as long as I can, and I actually started feeling really good. And the last 100, I just got swamped, but I still held on and ran a good time. So I'm hoping that I can use some of that in this race.
It
don't
does sound
wanna-
like the easiest way to do it.
I don't want to mess with your head, but have you thought about the fact that you could just get a 1500 meter split? Can you?
In this race, I don't know if they're setting up for 15 minutes, but
Don't
They
they
seem
always
to
have
every
it?
other time.
yeah, maybe, yeah.
Like, what if you literally just tried to like break 330 in the 15?
Well,
'Cause that's what the pace is at.
yeah,
I
it
think
is at 329.
Well, the mile standard, if
Is
he's
easier.
going for the standard,
Is
is a
easier.
lot easier.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if you really just went all in on the 1500,
Mm.
And then just walk the last 100.
you don't even have to. I mean, I wonder if
I feel like you'd have to finish the race
you think so?
Yeah.
to get
I
the
wonder.
split.
I
I
wonder.
reckon you would.
Yeah. That'd be
What if I
cool.
just beat Yared and break the world record?
You-
How would you
Well,
guys feel?
I mean,
That'd be
that's not.
sick.
It's not an impossible outcome.
But what happens to Yared then?
I think he has to
Mm.
retire. I think it's game over.
He has to buy me dinner for the next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I'm excited. I think it'll be fun, and I know Dathan is very invested in this race.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Well,
baby.
We literally
More
joked
invested than
on the
Yared, do we think?
podcast. Do you remember we joked on the podcast that if Jakob did break it,
They
this
come back.
was gonna happen.
Yeah, and
We-
it did happen.
And
yeah.
it happened straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was definitely joking when we were
Yeah.
having that
Hey
conversation.
guys, boys, hashtag soft wins. All right, it's gonna be a soft win for Yared.
Big time soft win.
The thing is for Yared is, maybe Dathan is more invested in some ways, but by the time the gun goes off,
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah,
be.
it's gonna
He'll be
be-
all in
Yeah.
once
because
it happens.
there's no way you can go and you can't think about running these types of times without knowing that you have to
He's-
take yourself to a very dark place.
He's ready for it.
You
I mean,
know?
I talking to him yesterday after the workout. He was very much like, I know with 200 meters to go, potentially I'm going to have to run a 25 and I'm going to have to really hurt myself. He said, I'm ready for it. I was like, honestly, talking to him about it, I was like, I think he is.
I'm
It's
pumped.
gonna be really hard if he can. He said if I can get there and I know I have to run a 26 or 25, he said I can really hurt myself and do it.
What's
But
interesting is he's run 3 very fast miles at Millrose on the Armory.
yeah, he's never run a BU,
Not a mile.
but he has run a 3K.
He
Very
did
fast.
jog a
3K.
7:28.
Yeah, he did.
You guys remember that? That was the craziest. That was the
That was the
most
most low key.
unexpected. Like he looked so good in that race.
Yeah.
But so Mari's pacing it, or one of the pacemakers. Do we know who else is in the race in terms of finishes?
We got Festus Legat. We have Jack Anstey. We have
That's a little Australian battle right there.
little Australian battle there from Jack Anstey.
Do you know how they select
Vinny's going to be in it. Vinny
Vinny.
Chibata.
and the guys that just ran USAs that are looking for a standard, I believe.
Sam Prakel.
Pringles.
Pringles will be in there. Well, to be fair though, can they get into the meet? Because
Is it exclusive?
it's exclusive at the moment. It's
Who decides?
OAC exclusive. You're
Who
gonna have to
decides?
kiss the ring of whoever's controlling it, which I think is Dathan. But
Oh no.
I'm sure Prakel will get in, and then who else would need a standard for the mile 15?
Hauser probably.
Yeah, I think he's going.
Okay. Well, then they would probably be in it. Then I would say.
What is the AA? What's the ruling on going to China if 3 people have the standard?
Who
Is
has
it
the,
just
who
too
has the
fussy?
standard?
Just Cam.
If 3 people have the standard, probably goes on.
The gladiatorial bout.
It goes on who can eat a kangaroo testicle the quickest. That's usually what happens.
Do you think you'd be good at that?
Man, I was born for that.
Been practicing my whole life.
I knew this would come up at some point.
Anstey's toast then, all right.
Well, Anstey's run 350 something low. 350, I think. I don't think he's broken 350 because he'd have to stand it if he did. 350 something. 353 maybe.
That's probably why he's racing.
No, I know that. I'm just saying. I'm trying to adjust on how close he is to that. But it'll be a good race.
It's
Looking
gonna
forward
be a
to
sick
it.
race. It's gonna be so exciting. Nice little Sunday. Do you know what time in the day it is?
No idea.
Little Sunday.
Probably in the
track
afternoon.
action. Yeah.
I would say.
I'll be perusing the Discord, looking for
Yeah.
a stream out there.
A disky.
I don't know what it is. Is it on FlowTrack or something?
I think they cover all BU stuff, don't they?
Probably.
I feel like I've kind of gotten that vibe that they have some deal or something.
It's on HBO Max.
That same commentator every single BU race. He has to go through like 75 heats of the mile.
Dude, that's a workout right there. And there's no break in
I
between
wonder how
them.
much he gets paid to do that.
Back to back to
actually.
back to back.
That would be fucking freaking tough, bro.
That would be a tough way to do. You know, it's just hard, especially with college, because it's all college kids, and there's like a million really good college kids that you kind of like have to know about.
Do you guys know what the cutoff is for the fucking nationals?
I was wondering this,
mile?
and I didn't even want to look.
I know what it is.
I'm going to say 353.5.
Yeah, 353.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that's a cutoff.
Bananas,
Dude, I ran 354, I think, at Milrose when Yomif was really close to the world record, and I was like, dude, I'm hot shit, bro. I ran
That's
354.
probably like
You were
the
the top- you
fastest
were-
all
you were the
time,
top
or
seed.
second fastest all time or something.
Dude, now I wouldn't even get into nationals, bro. It's
Yeah.
insane.
The 3K and the 5K would be similarly.
Well, didn't some NAU boys had to go run like 7:57 or something to get into
I
nationals?
think the 3K is like right around 740 and the 5K is like 1320.
The 5K is 13:20. That's insane.
I think
Thank God
Bosley
we
is
graduated.
1321 and he was 14th, I think.
Jeez.
Yeah, that
Well-
doesn't sound fun.
Anyway, let's move on.
That's what BU should be though, just a
Just a
college
qualifier
meet.
meet.
Yeah.
Just the qualifiers.
And a world record attempt.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's what it is.
That's what it
really.
is, pretty much. Yeah.
And world champs qualifiers, honestly.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, the 5K, we have from the OAC, we have both Kai and Dylan going for
World record?
world
No,
record. Who knows? Maybe.
Honestly, watching
No.
Kai and Dylan train, they're
Yeah.
probably ready to do something like that.
I think this race is going to be a pretty good one. I don't know exactly who else is racing. I think Adrian Wilderschult.
He'll be really good.
Is one, but I don't know who else is in it. But I just
Nico
know that
Young?
Nico's doing it.
Nico's going for the standard.
I know that our boys are very fit, especially very 5K fit. I would say, and they're both very strong runners. So I think they're going to be able to run very, very quick. Little throwback to this past weekend, we had a decent 5K out there where Colin Cooper went 1-2, running 12:57, which was pretty good. I mean, it's really
Decent.
good. And we had an Australian record. Jack Rayner had such an amazing race there. I went back and watched it after. And when Jack Rayner's like on, the way he closes races is crazy.
He
And
actually
it's-
closed the gap on them.
His last K, I don't know what it was, but it would have been so quick. He closes so well across that last 800, and he ended up running 12:59, getting the qualifier as well. So it was sick to see. I didn't know like he was even going for it because I thought I had seen that he's running the London Marathon, but maybe he's not now. I don't know.
I think he's been pushed heavily into like the distance stuff. And then last time I talked to him, which was a while ago, to be fair, but I think he was more interested in staying on the track as long as he could.
Dude, he pulled a Ritz, went to the marathon, came back, broke 13.
Yeah, he did. And he also went to the marathon. Like,
Yeah, but he
extremely
had
young.
super shoes. Wrist didn't, all right?
Doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
True.
But shout out to Rayner. We're big fans of his, so seeing him back crushing it is awesome.
I realized today that was my Oceania record.
Was it
7.
really?
Yeah, it was.
Ah.
So, shout out Raina.
Look at that.
Kai
Yeah.
was going to get it anyway. Let's see
Yeah.
if Kai can still get it. Bring it
Yeah.
back to the OAC.
Yeah, I feel good.
Oh, yeah, because you ran 13:04.
4.
Yeah.
And Kai had the Australian record, I believe.
Oh, I think Kai had it before I had it. I think he had it at 13:06, and then I got it at 13:04. Now Kai's going back after it.
Because Kai broke my, because I
Yeah.
ran 13:09.
You had it.
I had it.
Then Kai had
got
it.
And
Then I had it.
He got it.
Now Raina has it.
And then Morgan.
And then Morgan's going to get it. Morgan's time.
Yeah, let's go. But yeah, good 5K last week, and then another really good one this week. Our boys are fit and ready to go, and they've been looking forward to this one for quite a while now. And it's cool because both of them are in their prep for World Indoors in China, so they're
It's worked out really well
full
this
race
year.
mode.
They've made a good decision by going to a late BU instead of like a January one to run a
Definitely.
5K. but they can mostly do that because World Indoors is so much later.
Mm-hmm.
Gives them like so much more freedom indoors. I guess everything is just late.
It
This
is
year.
nice, except the only con of it is it doesn't work at all with the 10K if you wanted to do that. So that's like the decision that they had to make,
Geordie's favourite event.
which is a tough one.
Is it 1 week before the 10?
Yeah, I think so. It's pretty close.
I mean,
be a real tough
Ni-
double.
Ni-
Nico Young
did it.
Nico Young could do it.
He did
but
the NCAA 10K double. That was actually really impressive.
Yeah. He didn't have to go to China though.
Yeah, he didn't have to go to China.
That was a little bit of a trip. Yeah.
He got
Get,
to
get
come
that
back.
business class. Business class
I don't know if
flight.
Nico can do that, but
Which bit? The business class seat or the China
You have
bit?
the biggest smile I've ever seen right now.
I was waiting
You
for
look
George
like-
to react
Why were you so happy with that joke?
because I was watching you like contemplate in your head. And you're like, wait, what the fuck is he talking
That
about?
might-
I was
Decide if
talking
it
about
was
the
funny
business
or
class.
not.
I was talking about the business class flights, which you obviously can afford, but business class flights are expensive these days, bro.
That might have been the longest silence we've ever had on the show. I was like, I didn't want to break it.
I was enjoying just smiling
It
at
just
him.
kept going. And then it was kind of on George. And it's like, George, no, he's not going to break
He's
it.
in the spotlight right
He's
now.
not going to break it.
But I'm sure he can afford a business class flight back and forth.
Yeah.
I'm sure Mike Smith, Swoosh Elite, Fleek stuff, Smith Elite.
I heard he flies business class from Phoenix to Flag.
Mike does?
No, Nico.
Nico.
Oh, Nico. He
Yeah.
flies business from Phoenix to
I just
Flag.
made that up. I don't think that does that exist. I guess it'd be the tiniest plane. I don't know. Who knows?
How long is that flight? Like 3 minutes?
Is there a chance that no one from the OAC will be at the 10 this year?
Dude,
I would love it. That would be like,
Did you
I'd
say
love
you'd
that.
love that?
yeah.
I don't think Sergey is doing it. So I don't think we have anyone on the women's side, and it doesn't look like on the men's side. At one point there's gonna be 4 of us.
Well, Keita
No,
coming in?
no, also not on the OEC.
Well, in association. In association.
Sorry,
No, you're right. In association. He was such a great teammate when he was here.
yeah.
I thought he was part of the team.
No, he definitely was for a bit. Then he left us.
And then he said, bye-bye.
Yeah, that's very likely that's going to happen, which is crazy. But yeah, we also have our women traveling out to BU as well. It's a big squad going to BU because we have Cinta and Maya racing the mile, just trying to go there. And
It's just a big standard chasing party.
yeah, I guess they are chasing the standard, and they're just trying to get ready for. Well, Maya hasn't qualified for. Neither of them are technically World Indoors yet. I don't know.
World Indoor Certified Fresh.
Yeah, legit. So I mean, they're going to go just have another good mile race hit out. They've been getting in some good training, so they're ready to go and chase some standards. And then on the 5K, we do have. Is Olivia racing the 5K as well?
Yeah, she
Mhm.
is.
And Josette has been eyeing this one for quite a while. She didn't go to USA's. She's really, if you watched her race at Milrose, you can see what form she's in. She's very ready to go bang out a big 5K at BU. And Olivia in training has shown how strong she is.
Mm.
So I don't know how many 5Ks she's run in her life,
Yeah, this would be interesting.
but I think she can run a very, 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 very good 5K.
Yeah. And then Sage's going for the 1K.
Wait, Sage is going?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even
Told
know
me
that.
today.
I only found that out today as well.
So
Maybe it just got decided today.
Yeah,
Is she
no, I
going
think
for
it might have actually got decided today. But she said she's going to go for a 1K, which would be cool to see what she can do there.
Is that a record attempt?
Well, she said the record's 2:34, which she reckons is possible, but she just kind of wants to go and see what she can do, which I think is a good mindset
Dude,
for
the
her.
1K seems like a terrible race to run just in terms of feeling. Just sounds very painful.
Just run a really fast 800, then 200 to go.
And
And
then
then
you
you
just
just
have
have
to
to
do
do another lap. Yeah, that is what it seems like.
Yeah. But that's sick. Wow, that's such a crew going out there. Such a crew. And then, wait, I didn't even put this in there, but at the same time, Joe should be racing as well.
The Atlanta half.
Yeah.
I believe that is Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, which is actually it's Sunday morning, I think, because Kelsey was talking about doing that and then going to BU as well,
Oh yeah.
doing the double. Why not? That race is stacked. I don't know about the women's side, but I know from the names that I'm hearing on the men's side, it's going to be really good with Hillary Bohr and Clayton Young and a bunch of others. It's the US Half Marathon Championships, and it's the selection race for
Worlds.
Worlds later in the year, so it makes sense to be stacked. But that's going to be a really sweet race, especially just on the. I don't know exactly what the course is, how similar it is to when they had the marathon trials there, but just a really good course for racing. Hilly, just tough. So and it'll be definitely a bit more tactical. So that'll be sweet as well. So a ton of good racing coming up this weekend from the team and from just in general. So very excited for that.
Good luck, Ollie.
Yeah, best of luck, old chap.
Come back with that world record.
Dude, if I came back with that world record, you guys would have to look at me differently.
I'd say it'd be sick if you were sitting on Yared and then you dipped him at the 1500 line.
Yeah.
And then you got the 1500 world record.
Yeah.
And then he got the mile.
And then you were like, I'll let you take
split
the mile.
I might tell him that for pre-race plan so he can let me dip it.
That'd be sick.
That would be sick.
And if that doesn't work out, then the other way around.
Yeah,
then
whichever one works.
You pass him
best
before the
for you
finish.
two.
Perfect. Yeah, yeah.
So you each come back with one.
That sounds great.
What was Yucca's? What was his 1500?
3:29.
29 something.
Yeah, it was pretty quick, wasn't it?
But he also closed the fuck out of that last 400 meter. Like, he was going so quick.
Yeah.
It was some fast
Because he ran away from the
Jingy
lights.
running.
He ran away from the lights near the end.
It was Jingy sprinting more than usual, I feel like.
He's working on that kick, you know. It's been a little bit of his kink in his armor in championship racing.
Yeah. Josh Kerr's finally getting through to him.
Do you reckon he watches Josh Kerr's YouTube? That's another question I would ask you too.
Okay. I don't know if he does, but Henrik definitely
Definitely does.
Mm.
and definitely just shit talks him.
Do you reckon Henrik watches our show still?
That's a tough one. Maybe occasionally tunes in. He's probably more a casual listener.
Yeah.
I don't really know what he still trains, right? Or is he
He's
full-time coaching?
he's kind of, it seems like he's full-time coaching them, but he's probably still training and keeping fit. I know Philip is like back running.
Yeah. He's been racing.
Yeah.
It's been good.
How did they get exemptions on Norwegian champs?
They just showed their
great
last
question.
name to the selectors.
Can't believe they didn't have to do that.
Hey,
I mean, you could do that.
Nordas wasn't there either.
No,
Yeah.
he was racing it.
He was a BU.
He was a BU.
Ran a 13:04.
I guess he's not trying to,
Run world indoors.
well, or Europeans, I don't know. Maybe they can. Maybe they both got
probably,
exemption.
They probably all get exemptions.
I mean, the Ingebrigtsen name is just royalty in Norway. It's like the Beamish name in New Zealand. It's just royalty, you know,
Yeah.
when they think of it in their country.
They just
That's why I
dominate
wasn't
that
at New
place.
Zealand indoors.
Yeah, exactly. Your just name is royalty.
New Zealand, did they have a short track
No,
championships?
but Australia did, didn't
Yeah,
they?
Australia
at
did.
an outdoor track.
It's really funny seeing a 60-meter race on
Yeah.
like a 100 meters straight.
It's crazy.
Yeah, love
Also, how do you like prevent the wind and the indoor vibe?
it. It's really hard to replicate, isn't
Yeah,
it?
you got to make sure everyone's coughing afterwards, and
It's not quite as bouncy.
no, not quite as bouncy.
Unfortunately not. Yeah, so that's that's BU. Josh got another sneaky mention there. We were discussing before the podcast if we were going to talk about his YouTube video or not. I don't think we need to do a live. Do you guys want to do the live, or do you just want to talk about it?
Whatever you think. You can stir the ship for this.
Because we don't want to seem like we're just like talking shit on him, but it is funny. It is interesting to see someone like him, very successful, who is strategic, I guess is a word, in his social media campaigns, and now he's in his YouTube videos, and he uploaded a video what actually happened at Milrose, which is a great video to upload. You know, it's
Well, people are interested and they want to watch it. You know, I mean, a
Behind
lot of
the
people would
scenes.
want to watch that video to see what was behind the scenes.
But so I clicked on it, being one of those people, just wanted to peruse, look at some comments, see what the vibe's like, and it was just so funny because everyone first off was saying how they thought he was drunk during the scene of the video where he was having lunch, or I don't know if it was breakfast or lunch on race day, but right before he decided that he wasn't racing, that he was too sick, he was having a pancake, but he was just acting a little bit loopy. Maybe it was the medicine he was taking, I don't know. And then these guys talked about how someone else on the team had mentioned that you can hear him throwing up in the video, and I didn't watch that part because I was really just skimming through it. And then I watched it before. I guess I have to play it live now because the sounds. Well, I don't know if you want to hear the sounds of it. It's kind of like a trigger. Like, yeah.
It's on the internet. It's not. It's out there for.
But I don't know if our listeners want to hear the sounds.
All right,
Should we play it?
mute your video now if you
Just-
don't want to hear Josh throwing.
Just skip ahead like 1 minute of the podcast. Just skip through this part.
Mostly.
So this is coming off.
Oh,
the
you turned it
context.
up really loud as well. Oh.
Just trying to figure out what the best decision is.
The way he's talking is so cheeky. So he had a pancake.
I was gonna be able to convince you guys.
He wanted to race. He really wanted to race.
Oh,
And then he starts
little burp there.
leaving.
Remember he raced when he was sick at Milrose 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, he was sick. Yeah.
Really? And then he goes into the bathroom. The camera stays right on the door of the bathroom.
Why
Is
would
the
you turn
sound-
it up so loud?
Must be not a good pancake.
That's a crazy throw up sounds.
Crazy throw up noises.
I would not put that in my YouTube video. I would find a different way to show that I was throwing up. I guess
Like a video, but no sound. Like
yeah, I would just put like text. I would say like I threw up my pancake. I don't know, but I guess like
they wouldn't believe you though.
yeah, that's
He
what I
re-
was about to say. He must have done it for the authenticity of it.
He
I-
really
that would
shut the
make-
door though. On the
Should have
cameraman.
just let the cameraman.
Yeah. Now people are going to be saying, well, you're faking it, bro. We want to see actual vomit.
The funniest comment I saw was someone saying, "I followed Josh Kerr's pre-race routine so well that I also got sick before my race." But in all seriousness, we're not joking about you getting sick. Like does suck and that is unfortunate. But that was very funny.
Well, maybe he wanted it to be funny. Maybe that was the whole vibe. Because he seemed a bit, like you said, he seemed a bit loopy. Maybe he was just trying to play it off as like a funny, softer side of his.
That is one way to do it. Laugh or cry.
Laugh or cry. Make
It is
a
quite a
funny,
good video in
soft
that
side of
sense.
himself.
It does make it seem pretty genuine.
What do you think? How do you think Jakob would react to watching that?
Probably say he was faking. I don't know because
I think Jakob would say that no matter what though.
wasn't Kerr one of the most vocal?
For saying Jingy was
Saying
faking
that-
it
Jingy was faking his sickness.
in Budapest.
Yeah.
I think he was.
And then did Adakar
Maybe that's why he made it so authentic, is to like, because he knew that might come up.
come back to bite him.
Yeah.
He thought people had forgotten, but no, we remembered.
No, we
we
remembered.
Yeah.
Must have been why he made the video.
Or
He's
maybe
like,
he might have been
shit,
sick,
there
but
was that time when I talked a lot of shit.
he could have just been nervous. I mean, he's racing the Muros, want to make a mile. Like it's a hard race to win, and he hasn't won
True.
it. He hasn't won it yet. It's
what
hard.
what was the sickness actually?
I don't know if I don't think he's ever known, but who knows? Didn't respond well to pancakes, whatever it was. And he was not able to race. But yeah. So that's our Josh Kerr update. If
Yeah.
you didn't watch his YouTube video, then
Go check it
you
out.
don't need to because
Go check it out.
you just saw the best part. Give him some love. Give him some love. So on to the US Indoor Championships, and it was cool because we had a couple of teammates out there repping the US, like indoor national championship meets. Some years hit or miss. Often when it's a world's year, which this one is, it tends to be a bit better. But a lot of people have already announced that they weren't going to race worlds because of often scheduling things. In particular this year, because of Grand Slam, a lot of people
Getting slammed instead.
deciding to go get slammed down in Jamaica. They've chosen to go to Jamaica rather than China. So it was a kind of a mixed bag, but there were some amazing races, lots of amazing athletes, and they weren't generally, I would say, pretty deep. Obviously, yeah, not the standard that will come for outdoors, but it was a pretty good USA's, and it was very
I think it
fun
was
to
heavily
follow.
deep on the women's side compared to the men's, from what I was seeing.
It seemed more deep for
Yeah.
sure. I would say so.
For distance,
especially.
at least.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're just talking about kind of the events that we
Usually
know
talk
well.
about.
So we're going to preview the 60 meters today. The 3K walks. They had walks at them as well.
So
There were no good sprinters.
Yeah.
No, like
well,
no Christian Coleman, no Noah Lyles, no
Yeah.
Kenny, no. I don't even know.
they had I saw in the 400 there was, what's his name? The really good 16-year-old
Quincy
Quincy.
Wilson.
Quincy.
Quincy
there?
Wilson, I think, is
Yeah, he came 5th
in that race, 5th.
in the 400.
Yeah.
That's my sprint recap.
Nice.
Okay. That's pretty good.
But
Distance.
yeah, let's go distance, and we'll start with I think the men's 3K, because that had our very own Dylan Jacobs in there, and it was a sick race. I think going into it, everyone knew that Hobbs would be very hard to beat in a championship setting in a 3K with his form as of late. But it was a sweet race to watch. Got to give a massive shout out to Silky Wilkie, Matt Wilkinson. He went to the front and just started running 2:35 Ks, and he ended up coming 4th. Like, he did amazing. He still closed really well, and running 2:35s from the front is not easy. And he made it an honest race, which was great. Shout out to Sam Gilman, who is someone who's, I guess, more emerging right now. A 3rd place in a stacked race was sick. But yeah, the battle at the front was really between Dylan took the lead from Silky Wilkie. I think it was about with 800 to go, somewhere around that. And then it was classic indoors the stuff that you only really see on indoors, the I don't know what the word is for this. We could come up with a word for this, but like the specific indoor tactics where you just don't want to let someone pass you so bad.
Mike Smith's you gotta defend the streets, and
That's what he says.
that's
Quote.
what he says.
Yeah,
Defend
Quote
the streets.
unquote.
and
Defend the streets.
that's what Dylan did with 400 to go on the second to last lap. Hobbs, I guess it was into the bell, was it? Hobbs made a really big move to try pass Dylan, so more like 250 to go or whatever. And Dylan said no. He sped up, he matched his moves, and then Hobbs had to settle to just slide back in behind him. And I think if you were watching it, it was like half like, oh wow, like that's a big move to not let Hobbs pass you. Like that could secure the win right there. But then also a part of you that was like, Hobbs has still got another couple of gears that he's gonna save for the end. And that's how it played out. Mad dash that last 50. Dylan Jacobs with the patent last 50 meters looking to the right side.
Keep looking back, bro.
Which I'm like, that just happens, you know? I think
Couldn't help himself.
he might have gotten some shit from his teammates about that. I don't know. But that's
And his
racing.
coach.
But I get it, you know? That's how you
Hey,
gotta do it
I
sometimes.
fundamentally believe if he did not turn around, he would have won.
Yeah.
I fundamentally believe that.
Yeah, but and even when they crossed the line, it wasn't obvious who won, but then Hobbs did get him just by a tiny
little bit.
margin.
And then Flowtrack puts the quote, predictable win.
Dude, should we
That-
talk about that? 'Cause
That was such
Did
a
they
diss
really?
on Dylan.
I didn't see Flowtrack's one, but I'm
Was
gonna
it
call out-
Flowtrack's or Sidious?
I'm gonna call out Citrus Mag's
It was
one.
Citrus. It was Citrus. That's the
Okay,
one. Yeah.
So
Sorry, I'm confusing
okay,
the two.
So their
This
quote,
was alright, and it wasn't there.
no, I thought theirs was bad on Dylan. They said expected result,
yeah, expected result. Yeah.
unexpected. So I don't know the way it played out.
Let me find it.
I think I know what you mean, but the expected result probably was Hobbs first, Dylan second.
Okay, so this is something that I talked about with Dylan because it depends how you interpret it. Like because
The fact that it was that close,
I
was maybe
interpret
unexpected.
it. I interpret it as they were just talking about Hobbs. But then Olivia said that they were talking about the 1-2. So it really depends how you interpret it. Because
Sure.
I interpret it when I read it as they were like surprised that Dylan
I
put
got
up
it.
such a fight.
I got it here. Dramatic finish, expected outcome.
Yeah.
Which is like funny because it's like, okay, so like,
I wonder if
fuck Dylan then.
that doesn't
Like,
sound that bad actually. Maybe they.
expected outcome though?
Yeah,
I mean,
that does.
Hobbs was the favorite. There's no
Yeah, but I
denying that.
don't.
And he did win.
It just still seems like a diss on Dylan. Like Dylan ran 7:30, bro. Like what was Hobbs' last 3K at BU? I mean, New Balance. It was shit. It was 7:40 something.
That's like 35.
No,
No,
Wasn't
didn't he
it?
run? Didn't he run
Came
7:40?
third.
no, he was about
Hobbs.
to. He was like about to win with a lap to go. Remember? And then his last 50.
I thought he ran
was good.
I thought he ran.
I think
Oh
he's
no, I'm thinking of
35.
Neil Gourley. Sorry, fuck. I'm mixing up people around. Sorry, I'm thinking of Neil because Neil had a bad 3K and then he ran a good mile.
Yeah.
At Melrose. I'm mixing them up, but still, I still feel like they're dissing our boy Dylan. Expected outcome.
I felt personally offended.
I mean, he's still 5 seconds quicker than Hobbs technically.
I think it's not a hot take that Hobbs was the favorite.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
think
not, I'm
that's
not
not a
saying
hot take
that's not a
either.
hot take. I'm saying
Then
the
the post,
comment-
I
then the
think
post
it-
is legit.
No,
No,
but
it's not
you
because
listen- you're
in a
listening to
race
what I'm
that
saying.
that's close. I think it's like
you know what I'm saying. I'm saying it's a diss on Dylan. I'm not saying it's not.
yeah.
It's not like Hobbs was the favorite. I'm just saying it's a little bit of a diss.
I think that Dylan is good enough that you wouldn't really say like
Yeah.
expected outcome.
I think it's a bit of a diss.
Yeah, that part. Yeah, all right, I agree with that. But I looked at it like they were expecting Hobbs
The
to win and
1-2.
Dylan to go second.
If you look at it like that, then it makes sense.
Because I feel like on paper they were the two best by far, and they showed it.
Mm-hmm. Which I mean, back to Sound Gilman though, he was incredibly close to
Looks
them.
training with Grant.
Yeah, does he train with Grant or was it just that one workout?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know his situation, but yeah, he was actually really close to them, so he closed amazingly as well.
Yeah.
So it was yeah, but I had that same take as well, which I
Nah.
thought was funny.
questionable caption.
Yeah. See, actually, the Flowtrack caption is a lot better.
What's their one?
The 3K belongs to Kessler. Hobbs Klosser claims the title of national champion with a remarkable victory in the men's 3K, finishing with an impressive time. Like they don't mention Dylan at all, which I think is better if they're going to talk about like saying expected outcome and then putting Dylan in the shot is like
Yeah, you just could have said it in a way
you
that
just said it in a bit of a.
you just could have said like Citrus's one. They could have said essentially the same thing without dissing,
It just seemed like a
potentially dissing
little
Dylan,
bit of a diss.
which maybe they didn't mean to, but I took it like that.
Well, I'm going to defend my boy. I'm going to defend him.
yeah, for real.
Yeah.
And then onto the women's 3K. This was extremely stacked. This might have been, well, maybe the women's 1500 was more stacked actually. But both of them
3K and 15 women's
were
were stacked.
Yeah, just so good.
Mm.
Such great races. In the 3K, in the women's, Shell Burrito just clocking off laps at the front. She said after that she didn't mean to lead the whole thing, but that's kind of just where she found herself. We had Olivia in the race, which after the race I think she raced great, but it was just tough for her because she was like back a bit further than you'd want to be. And when there's that many good people and it's a slightly tactical 3K, the amount of jostling, like there's just not enough space on the track. So I think it's real hard to navigate. And I think she overall did pretty well. She said that she would have liked to go to the front at some point, which I'm like, yeah, like it's really hard to go do that, you know, but I can understand like, yeah, maybe next time. Now she's had that experience and now she's like, all right, fuck it, I'm going to do it. So I can really put myself out there. But this one also had Whitney. It was Whitney Morgan. Sorry, I don't know why I just forgot her name. And Nikki.
It's your name, buddy.
And Emily Mackay, right?
And Emily Mackay. They were all right there with this big kick down at the end. And it was very, very dramatic. It looked like Shelby was going to win for, like, I thought Shelby had a good shot. But Nikki did pull away. Shelbo hung on for second, right?
Shelbo was second.
Whitney
Nikki,
third.
they were first. Yeah.
Whitney third.
Yeah.
And I think, and Nikki isn't going to.
Nikki, they didn't. They said they weren't coming to China.
They're not coming to China.
They're not coming to China, guys. Nikki said, nah, not coming. Not coming to China.
So Shelbo
Shelbo will go.
Shelbo
and
back
then
on a US
Whitney
team. And Whitney,
was,
I think,
will go as well.
I think so.
I think Whitney has a standard, right?
Definitely for Morris.
Yeah. So
Shelbo back on a team just like that.
just like
Didn't
that.
take long.
that did not take long.
Not surprising, but
I was gonna say, are we surprised about that result?
Not after her first two races.
Yeah.
yeah, she looks real good leading as well. But
She looks pretty similar.
yeah, she
Still looks real smooth,
real strong.
but fuck, Nikki can close like
They definitely
it was
just
kind of inevitable.
Yeah.
Looking back on it now,
15.
expected outcome.
dramatic finish.
Dramatic finish. Expected outcome.
Gonna use that. Gonna use that more.
Yeah, we gotta use that. That's so good, actually.
So good. But yeah, a sick race overall.
Unless
And-
you can close in under 60 seconds, you just can't make a US team anymore.
No,
It's
no.
pretty sick, actually, how fast they're running at the front.
Yeah, and Olivia ended up in 7th, and yeah, she did great. But the last 400 in those races are just
Brutal if you're stuck in the back and
they're
you're
just
trying to move
bananas
around.
now. So
Yeah.
I think Olivia closed in 61 or 62, like,
Which is like
pretty
really,
fast.
it's pretty good.
But if
very
it's
good.
not 59, like,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
It is wild.
that level is very high.
Very
So-
high.
So that was day one for the. It's just 2 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Day one for the distance. I mean, actually, the heats of the 800 also went down, but we'll just skip on to the finals because we had Sage.
Heard 'em.
Actually, her heat was a bit dramatic. It came down to a big finish a dramatic finish, you could say, between her and Chrissy Gear, but then Chrissy unfortunately got DQ'd for
DQ'd.
stepping on the line,
Lane
which
violation.
has happened to me as well. I get it. It happens.
Happens to
in
the best
800.
of us.
It happens. But onto the final, it was honestly, I don't know. It was kind of a crazy race. Sage is in great form, and she's a very gutsy racer, and she just keeps chipping away at these US like finals, and she's just so close. Unfortunately, this one once again was just one spot away in third place. She did run an indoors PB,
159 is really good this time of year.
too flat.
Oh, she
too
went
flat.
too flat.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The first
159 was the winner.
First two were 159. But we've got to give credit to both of them because they just ran amazing
Well,
races.
the Valerie girl I haven't heard of before.
Valerie Tobias.
Tobias.
I don't
yeah.
think that's how you pronounce it. Maybe it is.
Well,
think that
did she
sounds right.
is she in
Tobias.
college or
Apparently
she's
she-
Brooks,
Was it Texas last year?
Texas.
Oh wow.
I think. I don't
I
know.
had to ask someone that yesterday.
Yeah.
But she
'Cause
just
Nia
broke the race
coming
open.
back for Hoka was sick.
Yeah. But yeah, big shout out to
She had like a
Tobias.
15-meter lead. It was baller.
Yeah,
Because
on
Nia
the
had to
third lap, she
get her
was
back right at
crushing.
the end, right?
Nia did a good job at just kind of bringing her back with a big finish, getting another dub. So yeah, those two ran amazing, and unfortunately Sage was just one spot away, so close. But if you just keep chipping away at that, if you keep consistently.
Keep turning
that,
up.
it's
You'll
gonna-
get there.
It's going to happen. You're going to make that team. So, great race to all of them. It was another good one. And then the men's 800 was one of the best, like most impressive races of the whole meet. I didn't know that he's a coffee club fan, but Tom has put this in the notes. Josh Hoey ran another national record and world lead, 1:43.24 indoors.
It's so
Dude,
fast.
Do you think Bryce was dodging?
Yeah,
Think
bro.
Bryce couldn't handle it after Milrose?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Bryce, I will
What's
say
he
I don't
What's
think
he doing
Bryce,
not there?
Bryce is not someone to
He won, didn't he?
to.
So he didn't have to be there, right? Is that right?
Doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that?
Yesterday.
Really? I didn't
Wild
know that. I
cards.
thought because of Worlds you get the auto whatever the fuck.
No,
it is.
otherwise I'd be coming to China with you. I just jog around at the back.
And then win again.
No, but this was like crazy because he led the whole thing and he just looked really smooth, which his form does not always look that smooth. He looked real smooth at the front and he just looked strong, I guess. That's probably the best word for it. 1:43.24. The world record, I don't know what it is. I know it's 1:42 something.
It's like 8 or 9. It's high.
So he's
He's-
not that far away.
He's number 2 all time.
He's not that far away, and he's looking amazing. And Brandon Miller got a nice little sit-in behind him the whole time. He's the only one that could kind of stay
With him. Yeah.
with him in second, 1:44, amazing as well.
So fast.
Yeah, Hoey is on an absolute tear. It's going to be
It's the favorite to win the world title next month.
Yeah.
bringing it back
Easily.
to the US.
He's definitely going to China. He's
Surely.
definitely going.
surely.
100%.
Definitely
He's
going to
never made a
China.
team before. But why is Bryce? What's
I
he?
don't know.
He's not running Grand Slam. I mean, he might be.
We should call him up.
Maybe he is running the first
Maybe,
Grand Slam.
maybe he's doing the first Grand Slam.
Maybe he's just chilling.
Maybe he's just chilling.
He has been online a lot recently.
Has he?
Yeah.
What's he playing? COD?
No, he's playing something else. Oh, he's playing Starfield.
Fuck is that?
Starfield. Wow, that's not a good sign.
Does that explain
That
it?
explains it. Yeah, that definitely makes sense now.
God.
Okay.
I've always wanted to send him a party invite and see if he would ever respond.
He definitely
I have him and like Devon Al. I have like random people that I like look on and go, oh shit, they're like a pretty good runner. I could just add him to my party and
Look at them
the
playing
people in my
Starfield.
party be like, wait, what the fuck is Bryce Hoppel doing? It'd be pretty sick actually.
That would be. I don't know. Who knows what he's up to? I think he's been silent lately.
Realized he has to train now that he got beat at Milrose.
Yeah, I mean, to come back and race against that race would have been crazy with him in there as well.
It would have been the best race of the meet for sure if those two were racing each other because like it would have been pretty sick to see how that outcome. I mean, Bryce is also very, very good at winning 800s. Like he was so good in college. I remember he was like undefeated for a long time, but now you've got somebody that's
I don't know how
hungry.
many. That's the first US title that hasn't gone to Bryce. In like, I think indoors and outdoors. In like,
since Donovan, right?
I don't
Maybe
know.
Oh no,
Clayton.
Jewett. Isaac Jewett won.
no, Clayton did. Clayton won one.
Oh, Clayton
a
won
few
as
years
well.
ago. There's
Well-
been a bunch in a row.
Yeah. No, he's been very consistent at the top.
So he's got company up there now.
Yeah, it's sweet. It's going to be such exciting racing
Yeah.
rest of the year.
Yeah.
So then it came around the women's 800 and Nikki once again got
Women's
the dub.
1500.
Yeah. What did I say?
You said women's 1500.
No.
Women's 800.
Did I?
Yeah.
Sorry. Women's 1500. Nikki get the dub 405. Big. This was kind of the opposite of the 3K where Nikki went Hobbs and Nikki both did the same thing.
Yeah.
They were like,
Hobbs
okay.
from further out, but same.
They said, this is indoors. I'm probably am the best runner in the field. I'm going to go to the front. Every time someone tries to pass me, I'm going to match them and not let them pass me. And it worked.
And it worked.
It does. It works a lot better if you're the fittest.
If you're the
And
best.
if you're the best, it's way easier to defend the straights, it turns out. Yeah, Nikki went to the front with 400 to go, I think. Like Sinclair made one move up to her shoulder, but
Super
Nikki-
stacked race as well.
Yeah, it
this
was.
one.
Nikki just put in just enough of a surge, and then you can chill on the bend, and then she kicked it home.
And so, yeah, Sinclair ended up second, which was,
We saw Sinclair in training camp. Shout out.
oh, really? In Phoenix?
Yeah.
At the track, yeah.
With
Very cool.
with Craig.
And on the canal the next day.
On the canal, yeah. They were around crushing it.
Coached
Right.
by Pace Pirate.
Pace Pirate, who's back pacing, I think.
Reckons she's in 356 shape.
That's what he said.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
That's what she said
That's,
after the race.
Is that what she said?
that's an interview.
I think that's what she said.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
Did she say that?
She must have said that.
That's sick. I like that.
That's widowy epic. That's widowy epic.
Okay.
So let's find out in China, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
let's see
She's
it.
going to China.
With
with Heather McLean,
yes.
I think.
Right.
Heather
was third.
Surely
Heather's
she
been
would
on a tear this
Mhm.
year as well with 2 big dubs already, and I think Heather will get the spot that Nikki is probably not taking. And then Shelbo did come through for 4th place, so good double for Shelborito.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Overall, a great race.
Maybe she's a 5K runner now. Maybe
Who?
Shelba.
Yeah, I mean, she kind of I don't know what a 5K PB is, but
Did
she
she
won
have the American
14.
record?
She had it 14:24 or 6 or something.
Yeah.
But she also holds the American record on the 15.
Still, right?
Still.
She still does. Are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought surely it
She
got
ran
broken.
54.
54 like 9.9, and at the trials last year they ran like 55.01 or something. It was
Wow,
like really
I did
close.
not realize that Shelba
Nikki, they
still
were very
had it.
close to that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But it looks like, well, judging off one race, it doesn't mean shit, but maybe we should go to the 5K
Hey, it's still,
outdoors.
guys, it's still February. Okay. Well, March when this comes out, but we're just gonna,
February. Wait.
well, February when it's recorded, March when it comes out.
How many days in February?
20.
April, June, and November. All the rest have 31 except for NAU, which has all the conversions for sea level.
Mhm.
That's how I usually count it. But yeah, it's still early in the year, my point. So,
I think Shelby's just gonna double at everything.
yeah.
I think
She's definitely, I mean, shouldn't she quote with the media that she wants to like just try and make every single possible team and like try and,
that's a quote.
I don't know what the quote was. It was something to do with it was something to do with her like
Perfectly quoted.
being in control of her own destiny, and like her destiny is to like represent USA. Like it's not the end of her career. Like it's like blah blah blah.
Yeah, I guess that
Something like
makes
that.
sense.
Maybe that was paraphrasing.
That's pretty accurate, I think.
Yeah.
I believe it. I think the
I'm
one
good
she
at
should come
impressions,
to,
George. I'm good at impressions.
if she wants to just do everything, all the good meets, pin. I think she'd go pin relays.
Go to Pen 15, dude. Is she? Because she's obviously not sponsored, right? She didn't wear any sponsored kit. She's running like
sponsoring herself.
she's sponsoring herself.
Actually, she's crowdfunded.
She's crowdfunded. GoFundMe.
Yeah.
She's GoFundMe crowdfunded. I was gonna say, do you reckon what are the odds she joins the new swoosh team if she gets signed with Nike?
What?
Because surely that would
Well, if
happen.
she gets signed by Nike, then probably very high.
Or she could get signed. She could join Jimmy G's group in Kip Run. Could see that.
Do you
Very
think?
high.
Do you think? We've already had this conversation.
I know
about
we
her-
have. We just haven't had it on the podcast.
No, we've had it about her getting a sponsor or not.
On the pod?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm sure we have. Like
multiple
whether we think
times.
she's getting picked up.
She
Eventually-
will eventually get picked up.
eventually.
She's literally going to world champs
Eventually.
without a sponsor.
I mean, but a lot of athletes
What
do.
are they waiting for?
A lot of athletes do. A
Just-
lot of sprinters aren't
Just for
sponsored.
the-
They
just
have.
for the kind of press to like,
Yeah.
just a bit of time. No, it's happening for sure.
Like, for example, I'm pretty sure
Someone-
Trevor Bassett is like unsponsored and he goes to like most of the US teams. He was in the Olympic team.
Okay, different situation though.
No, it's just an example. It's just an example.
No, it
It
is.
is an
It is.
example.
It is.
But yeah, Flagsmith Elite, you know.
Yeah, I heard that she was moving to Boulder.
Yeah, they're setting up another Nike team in Boulder, coached by
By Olli Hoy.
by Olli, yeah, because I'm coaching Donovan. Yeah,
All right.
No, who knows? Do you think we'd get in trouble if we had her on the podcast? Do you think people would?
people would probably be upset.
Yeah, people wouldn't like.
People
her.
wouldn't like it. Yeah,
Probably, they probably don't like. Some people probably don't like how much we talk about her already.
yeah. Well, you've mentioned, George, that some media outlets are not covering her
She's
as much
blacklisted.
as others.
Blacklisted. Hey, any media company can do what they want. I think. I don't know what the rules are.
Oh, well,
There's
free
no
free
rules.
speech, right?
Except it's I guess I don't know how that works either.
Free speech. I mean, it is kind of difficult in this country now, but we'll
We're getting sidetracked.
we're getting sidetracked.
Anyhow,
Like she's going to world champs for the USA. Like
We'll just define that.
just
Yeah.
pretending that she's like not. Doesn't make any sense.
Amen, George. Amen.
if we posted that type of stuff, we would post that. Does that make sense? What I just said?
Does it make sense from what I just said?
I don't know.
Does
if it
anything that I say make sense?
if we
Doesn't
posted,
make it any less true.
if we
No.
posted every single person that qualified for the team in the distance events, we would also post her.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to say.
Men's 1500.
Yes,
Did we talk about that one?
we gave it a little teaser. Well, spoiler. I guess it was a spoiler. We spoiled it already.
We spoiled it.
Hobbs doing the double. Hobbs and Nicky. Double trouble. And yes, Hobbs took the lead. And at what point did he take the lead?
Immediately.
He led gun to tape.
By the end of the first lap, he went to the front. He said afterwards, same tactic as World Indoors last year.
Not mucking about. And there was, for him, it was great because behind him there was definitely a bit of moving around, a bit of argy-bargy.
Argy-bargy.
And guess who came out on top? Mr. Consistent.
Sam Pringles.
Yeah. Awesome to see him doing well as well.
Yeah.
So,
That dude is Mr. Consistent at
He
that
really
level.
is.
he's so good. He's always there.
He's always there.
He's going to have a great resume. He already has a great
Yeah.
resume. But
Yeah.
just the amount of US finals that he's done and
Yeah, he's done more than
So-
probably most other people,
Yeah.
to be honest.
It is cool. But yeah, what was this quote, George, that we have from Hobbs?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I
get
think-
it up.
I think this was pre-race.
Oh, then don't worry about it. We can move on.
Where was
Some-
it said?
In
you
the
know?
Let's Run interview.
Oh,
I just saw a quote
podcast?
piece.
That's from a podcast, or are we talking?
No, I swear it was when he got there. Was there?
Did he put it on the free forum? I'm Hobbs Kessler. This is my quote.
There's someone impersonating
Yeah.
him.
No,
I am actually Hobbs
It was
Kessler.
Hobbs Tesla.
Yeah, Hobbs Tesla. And then he's like, his username is literally Hobbs Tesla. Literally.
No, there was actually another one. Well, so he said an infinite number of people can run 350, but only one person can win the race.
Slight hyperbole.
Yeah, he's young, right?
But what race are we talking about?
He also gave BU a lot of shit. Did you see that one?
I did not.
He was.
Oh
beating-
no, I did see that.
he was
Well,
bashing on people going to BU.
I did see him. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Why was he bashing people going to you?
He's just basically saying stuff like, "I hope that the sport continues to move towards winning titles, winning big races,
Yeah.
and goes away from running fast times." Because he's just saying more and more people run fast. It's becoming saturated. That's not as interesting anymore. Let's make winning races interesting.
Well, but I disagree with that because it is more interesting winning races. It hasn't people are running fast, yeah, but that's not going to stop people from running fast still. There's still these championship races that people are paying attention to and are valuing way more. Milrose Games is valued way more than going to BU and running a fast time.
I think he was specifically asked why he is racing indoors and why he hasn't raced at BU.
Okay.
I think
that's a fair comment, but it doesn't make sense
that.
for him to say that. Oh yeah, we got to stop emphasizing all these fast times. Dude, Milrose Games is still the most talked about mile. That winning that mile
I
is
think he's
way more
saying
talked about.
That part's good. My two thoughts are, he's right about BU, but it's not the athlete's fault. It's World Athletics. It's still just always going to be World Athletics and the qualifying system. If they make the standard fast, then you are encouraging people to chase standards and not
And
chase
obviously
titles.
you have to go to where you can run the fastest, yeah.
Especially in the longer distances. And Hobbs doesn't run the 5K. If he ran the 5K, he'd probably be going. And
Right,
also,
yeah.
he's so good now that he can run the standard every fucking weekend of the year, probably. So for him saying, "Oh, I don't need to go BU to get the
He's a little
standard,"
privileged, buddy.
is
privileged.
it's not the same as someone else who's
He's on the bubble.
Who's on the bubble.
Their career depends on them
yeah.
running this time. It's the
him
greatest
running
achievement of their life.
Him running the standard is nothing now. So
Yeah.
he's coming from
Wait until he
the
sees
top of the sport.
this race coming up with Yared running the world record.
Yeah, exactly.
He's probably going to be like, "This is so bad for the sport. This
But
is shit."
I mean, I 100% agree with them. I hope that BU, once World Athletics ditches the standards, if that ever actually happens, BU will just become a college meet again. There would be no point going.
so your solution is that we ditch standards completely.
We ditch World Athletics and we go to the Chicken Boy.
We got the Chicken Boy Malls.
I mean, this is the perspective that we've always taken.
Yeah, and I did like Cole's.
Yeah.
Cole obviously did the opposite.
And
he
they
went
asked him.
to BU to run the standard instead of going to USA's, but he sounded pissed about it. He was basically saying, he's like, "I don't want to be here.
Really?
this
He's
is-
I just have to.
This is lame. I don't
Yeah.
want to be running 12:57 right now, but this is the
You have
this
to
is
take
the respect.
advantage of it if you want to
I
later
wanna,
in the year
yeah,
do certain things.
this just has to be done.
especially if you're doing Grand Slam.
Yeah. So I respected his view on it.
And he wants to be a 5K guy, which is something interesting
wants to
that he
double.
said in his interview,
Yeah.
that he wants to be world-class 5K. So for him, yeah, especially he's doing the 8:15 at Grand Slam.
May as well
you
make it
have
as easy
to-
as possible.
You have to get the qualifier right now.
Yeah.
So,
That's the sport that we've ended up with currently
yeah.
because of the higher powers.
So we got to talk to Lord Coe and say, no more standards. No more standards.
What if they? I'm trying to think of what a. Well,
It'd just be all ranking. It'd just be all off ranking.
Yeah. Why did it worked? But like for some reason it worked back when the standards were slow. I guess just people didn't run that fast.
I think it's just
Like,
become
what was-
more. It's
Right.
more
I
people.
don't know.
Well, how did that work? How in 2016 was the 5K standard 13:25? Like, how did that work?
People were so bad at running. I don't know.
Explain that to me.
I think our sports just evolved. Like,
How many
I don't
people?
know.
I wonder how many people got it that whole year.
I don't even think like it was probably that crazy. I mean,
I remember
still
chasing
countries can only
336 for
spend-
the Doha 2019 World Champs, and I didn't get it. And I was like, damn, 336 is hard.
Yeah.
And then
How
I
did
ran like
it happen?
332, 333, mostly on my own with paces for like fucking 4 or 5 weeks straight when I was my first year pro. It's like, I think people just freaking go for it now. They don't care. Whereas,
Freaking Yucca, bro.
yeah, it's probably the Jakob effect. I mean, people have talked about how like he's changed the sport, and Stewie too. Stewie's done that too.
I think World Athletics just needs to respond quicker to changes like that.
I think we should
each
just
year.
put you in as
I mean,
the
all
president
they-
of World Athletics, George. I
I
think
guess
you
they-
should be president.
They make the standard. Obviously, their solution right now is just make the standard a little faster every year.
Yeah.
Until what point?
Doesn't work.
Until it
Well,
evens
and also
out.
just their whole ranking system is just broken.
No, they should just be updating that every single year. Like, all right, well, that fucking was a bit wrong last year.
And it's like I don't
this
even
thing.
know if there's a
They sell-
forum to complain about stuff because like how does it actually exist? And like I don't see anyone complaining about this that people can qualify in the old shoe regulations. Like how is that possibly allowed?
so you
Like,
can wear the old shoe.
well, people have
Just
the
like-
qualifying time from last year
Oh,
when
with
the shoe
old slide.
regulations were
Yeah.
different, and now you have to have less stack height, and you're competing against people for those spots.
Yeah.
Like how can that possibly be allowed?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And like that's not a big deal.
Geordie, we'll nominate you for World Athletics
Yeah, you
president.
should try out for the council. You should
what is
be-
the athlete commission thing?
They
that a real thing?
Yeah,
Who are they?
Aisha's on it, and Matt Hughes.
Let's get them on the pod.
Valerie's probably been on it. I feel like she was probably. She
I
was
think
something.
she's the president.
Yeah.
Wait, she and Matt,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Co-presidente.
I think they just. I don't know. From what I see on Aisha's story,
Does every
they just
country
take
get
trips
one?
to Monaco.
Doesn't sound too bad.
Private jets to Monaco.
I think every country gets to nominate someone to try get voted in, but then I think it's like maybe a board.
So
of
it's a
like
popularity
10
contest?
or 12
Yeah,
people.
it is.
It
Geordie,
is.
you're
think-
pretty popular.
Yeah.
No, Hamish tried to get it and he didn't get it.
Hamish
For
didn't
us.
get it.
An Olympic champ didn't get in.
I'd
Don't-
vote for
no.
him.
I
I'd
did
vote
vote
for Hamish
for him.
as well.
Wait, what year was that?
Just right now. Like after the Olympics, I think.
Wait,
Can we vote for him, or is it only like
I didn't
nations?
know that voting happened. I missed that.
Well,
one. Is it yearly? Do some people can't go out and other
dude,
people
that's
don't?
Why don't we all
No-
nominate?
no wonder nothing's getting fucking
If
done.
three of us, if three of us
every
nominate,
week.
one of us will definitely get in.
You reckon?
Yeah, we should all three nominate.
But the thing that's funny is that it's other athletes that are voting for it. It's not like
Not like we could get everyone
it's not
listening.
like our beautiful coffee club community is
But
voting.
my beautiful coffee club community could advocate for us, and
we'd,
then
we'd be in next week.
yeah, they could help us promote us to get votes
We could have
potentially.
them barrage everyone's DMs.
Yeah.
I am interested to see what World Athletics is doing with Grand Slam ranking.
Oh, that's worth like more than Diamond League. Michael Johnson has already said that like it's worth like 600 points.
You'd probably give them an F.
600.
600 points for one race if you came 8th.
600 is not very many.
No bonus points.
Oh. That's a
Pretty
lot.
good. That's pretty
You're
good.
looking at me like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, that's such a good question. I wonder
Yeah.
what it is certified because actually to even get the certification there's all these like regulations which I don't know if Grand
Certain
Slam
amount of prize money
like
and
they have
stuff.
the prize money and they have the hotels, they have all that stuff, but there might be some other regulations like certain amount of people competing.
Mm.
Actually that's probably not one of them. But
Have we got the call up for the commentary for Grand Slam as Membrane asked us about the commentary?
yeah. We're doing
We're doing the
we're going
commentary.
to Jamaica
Sweet.
live on the track.
Yeah.
I think we're live on the track and on the broadcast. We're-
Dude, we do so
simultaneously.
well at that. We'd
We're just like
crush
the only
that
one.
shit. We would
Someone-
crush that shit.
Have you ever so this is such a random aside. George, I don't know if you spend enough time on Instagram for this. Have you guys ever seen those reels where it's like three guys that are like commentating like high school basketball? And
Yeah,
they're just
yeah,
saying
yeah.
they're just saying the most outrageous things. That would be us.
Yeah,
If anyone knows what I'm talking about, that's
what it is.
that's what
I mean,
we
we would be so we
They
would be
actually
so
commentating
good.
it, or they commentate like a playback just for.
No,
for the
it
video.
seems live. It seems real, and it seems like I'm just like, how are these guys allowed to do this?
We would be so.
It's pretty
good.
much like the equivalent of this is a little reference in Harry Potter.
Oh
when,
yeah.
When you have what's his name that's only in the books and he's not in the movies.
Doing the
no,
commentary.
he's in the
commentary?
he's in the first movie. He's in the first movie.
Isn't his name like Lee?
Yeah.
Lee.
He's
Lee.
in the
His
first movie.
commentary of the Quidditch games is the
That's
most
hilarious.
best thing ever.
And it's also so biased.
yeah,
It's
and he
so
always gets in
biased.
trouble.
And he
That's
keeps
what
getting in trouble for it.
Yeah.
that's what we'll be.
We actually should. Even NBC and them, they do like distance only commentary because like Kara will come in just for the distance.
We
Yeah.
should definitely get that.
So we
gig.
should, like, I'll admit we might struggle with some of the other events, but
Nah,
we come in.
we would nail the distance.
Dude, we come in just for the 15.8, the 3K, 5K. Holy shit, the reviews would be.
Dude, we would get a lifetime
I would
deal.
love to commentate that 1500. Can you imagine?
Three
Particularly if Jingy comes in as a challenger. It's
great
like, oh boy.
1500 runners and one mediocre.
Yeah.
We just,
One of
we
us is
just quote
one
it.
of us is running. It'd be even funnier because we just talk shit
Oh.
about one of them. Like if you're running the 3K, 5K morgs, just like, and there's Morgan McDonald. I saw him. It was on the podcast saying
We'll be
he was-
live mic'd up like in a cricket match
Yeah.
when they mic them out. in
I
the
hope they
outfield.
do. Like, Mike, I love mic'd up stuff.
And you're just running and you hear him going, oh fuck.
The thing is, mic that stuff doesn't really work in running.
It'd be-
just
if it was
out of
te-
breath.
as long as it was tactical, it'd be fine.
Yeah, the warm up area.
Yeah.
They did that for Grant, I think, for the
Just-
USA's.
Did
Just,
they?
Yeah.
just heavy breathing the whole way.
Yeah.
As long as it was tactical, maybe like the first bit you could chat a little bit.
Tactical.
They could
Chat
ask
a
you,
little bit.
ask you what you're thinking right now.
That'd be cool.
I'm just trying to get in position.
Would you try if you were mic'd up for a race? Especially, I think maybe you and the steeple could have the best chance because I think you're the most like composed, especially like in the first lap. Would you, if you guys were mic'd up, would you actively talk to it, or do you think you'd be too focused on the race?
I'd actively talk to it.
I'm quite a big race talker
Yeah.
in general. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Geordie
Uh-huh.
Geordie swears all the time when he races.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
No.
All me legs.
No, I'll often still be saying shit to people.
Like, for example.
Well,
Ollie, get the fuck out of my way.
literally. Well, that's why I told Hobbs that actually the last time I didn't not much during steeples actually.
World Indoors, did you just tell Hobbs to get the fuck out of your way?
I did because I don't know if you guys remember the first round where I came up the inside of CPT and the big Serbian guy, and then I was hitting the end of the straight and Hobbs on the inside. I was like, "Fuck, Hobbs, move the fuck out!"
Mm.
So I could have some space, and then that was it.
Nice.
But that was like 50 meters to go.
Collusion.
That's cool.
It was.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about how Dylan.
So we
said
can
that
mic me up.
Hobbs. Sorry, yeah. George, that
I
was
know-
amazing.
George-
I
Mic'd up.
nominate
I
myself.
would
Nominate
love to
George
see
for the
that.
mic
I
up.
think I would try and talk as well, but I don't normally talk during races. But I would try. I guess a 5K, especially if it's tactical, like you can just talk a lot.
You guys come here often?
So
That's what I would say.
So
What are you guys doing later?
69 lap, huh? Like that.
That's a nice jersey. Do you want to swap later?
But,
Sorry, what were you saying about Hobbs?
we didn't mention how Dylan said that Hobbs clipped him the whole race.
Yeah, the last two. I think there was apparently a yellow card or something because he pushed him away.
Hobbs got a yellow card.
No, Dylan did because Hobbs kept getting up his ass, so he kind of pushed him away.
Really?
I think. Yeah, that's what we heard today. But
Yellow card. You don't
Maybe-
see those too often in the
Nah.
sport.
nah, slide tackle. Bit of a slide tackle. But maybe Hobbs is now known for just clipping people off rhythm. If he does it to Yared and does it to Dylan, or he just likes doing it to OAC guys because it's funny. Who knows?
He's got something against us.
Yeah. Maybe you won't do it to us because he likes us.
Hobbs is. I love Hobbs so much, man. Sorry.
That was a very I love Hobbs so
I was
much.
just thinking about how when he came on the podcast and he said all that inspirational stuff, and then Tom made that really good Hope Core video with him
Oh,
after.
yeah.
You guys remember that?
Yeah.
I was like, that was so good.
I do. I like Hobbs a lot.
I mean, I don't know anybody that doesn't like Hobbs, really.
What's not to like?
Yeah.
He always looks like he's just gone out of bed when he races. It's so
Big old
funny.
goofball.
Who do you think? So that was a bit of a.
Little voice. What was that?
I'm growing up. Top 3 favorite American runners in the 1500. Go. Come on, George.
Men's.
That's so hard.
Number 1. Can I do my list then?
Wait, do they have to be? What are the stipulations?
Just 1500 meter men's USA. So
Currently running.
yeah. So me, number 1, Yared. Number 2, Honestly, Cole, number
Yeah.
3, Hobbs, probably.
Yeah, see, that's too
Which is an
easy.
easy list, right?
That's
What about Sam Prekel? He's like the nicest guy.
But the problem
In
with,
the 1500.
the problem with Prekel is he's post-race interviews. I don't know what he says. So that personality-wise, he's a really nice guy, but I don't get any.
What do you mean? Because he's like too quiet.
What do you mean?
I haven't seen any of his post-race
Oh,
interviews.
you haven't watched them. You probably have, yeah.
He probably has a few. I just
The
haven't
thing
seen
is,
him.
the 3 people that you just named there
Have like the best fucking interviews
are
after
really
races.
good at running.
Yeah,
They're very fun to watch run.
yeah.
So it's hard not to pick those 3. I
But
mean,
I
they
want,
came
do you reckon you have a
first,
similar list to me, or
3rd and 5th at the Olympics.
do you have a similar list to me, George? He's thinking.
I don't know what the stipulations are.
Yeah,
Just
like,
your favorite.
like, could you include Matt Centrowitz in the list?
We're running right now,
So no. Okay.
No. But Centro would be up there for me as well, I think.
Dude, those 3 are like those. It's so. How can you not pick like those 3?
Yeah. What about
I'm
Josh?
th- I'm
I
trying
didn't
to
pick
go
Josh
through-
Kerr though.
I'm trying to go through the whole final
Yeah.
of last year, like the Olympic trials final.
I'm
and
trying
it's
not to
like,
pick Josh Kerr though, because I feel like he's got
Yeah,
a lot of
he's-
mentions. He's like
he
one of
probably
the, probably one of the best.
He's number
Americans.
4 probably.
Do you know what I just thought of? Completely unrelated. No, I want to talk about Kenneth Rooks giving the steeple a bit of a bad name
What
in
it-
that 3K. He's an Olympic silver medalist. You know how fit you are when you go to USA's. What's going on?
I don't. Well, he's raced. He's done that in about 4 races this indoor season.
That's what I mean. So you know that.
So I respect it. you
Yeah.
know?
Do you
Like,
think
the
he's
thing
trying
is-
to? Do you think he's trying to get his 10 Nike races?
No, I think he just loves racing probably because he probably did it in college all the time, and I think he just like
True.
I think like to me, I think once the steeple comes around, he'll be crushing. Once
Yeah.
outdoors comes, I'm sure he'll be right back on
He'll
top
be, he'll
of
be
it.
back to doing.
Yeah. I only say it because I think he's that good that he can probably run fucking 756 over barriers. How is he running 756 flat?
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
That
maybe
dude
he's
is
coming
such
off
a
an
good
injury.
runner.
Or something. I don't know. I guess
Maybe
you
the
don't know what's
bend's
going
just
on with
harder
him.
than jumping over a hurdle, George.
Maybe. That dude is such a good runner. Literally has a medal in the Olympics.
I was going
Yeah.
to say, yeah, he's pretty good.
Where do we?
What are we?
Well,
Oh.
So
Anything else, George?
Not sure. That was a lovely episode.
Did you miss me after camp?
Had a big celebration from getting home, actually.
I think Geordie was sick of me by the end of camp. I think I stressed him out a bit too much with
3
my
weeks.
constant questioning.
Stress
3
is
weeks would have
good.
been a long time.
Stress is good.
Yeah, but
For
I think
growth.
he's just too relaxed, George. I think he runs his
Dude.
best when he's under constant stress.
Is that
Just
true?
imagine that question about who's your favorite 3 runner, but then just that,
Like every day, every second.
200 times a day.
very very provocative.
Yeah. I like to
Makes
know
you
what
think.
George is thinking.
Makes you.
Do you want to do the one you did to me and Maya? That was so annoying.
Which one was that? The 3 pillars?
No, the national record one.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Do you want me, I could do
Do
that.
it to Morgan.
All right.
What is it?
So I had this hypothetical because then
It's a would you
Maya,
rather.
Maya technically asked me this, and I was like, "Fuck, I'll come up with something." And knowing me with
Your quickness.
I came up with something. So, if you got a contract, right? So say you re-sign it for 2024 to 2028 for LA, your contract is decent contract. However, you have to run a national record in an event, but that event cannot have paces or anybody in it. It has to be like a time trial, but it has to be a national record. If you run that national record, your contract gets extended for 2 years from 26 to 27, 28, and it triples.
Wait.
But you have to run it in the space of the first 2 years. If you don't,
No, it was
you
only
don't
two,
get the
It
contract.
was only a 2 year.
Yeah.
It was only a 2 year contract. If you run a national record completely solo, you get an add-on of 2 years, tripled.
your
money.
base salary.
But if you don't do it, you get cut.
you get cut after 2 years.
So
you
what's
sign
the
that contract.
question? It sounds like you don't have a
Or-
choice
No.
No,
Or you just get the same
or you get a
contract.
normal contract,
for 4 years.
but it doesn't get tripled.
Well, being an Australian right now,
I'm asking 2 Kiwis this too. I'm asking 2 Kiwis
I
this.
think we would take that.
I also being a Kiwi. Wouldn't you take it? The Kiwi records.
Kiwi, yes,
yeah.
for sure. No
American
offense,
record,
New
nah.
Zealand.
343.
America, maybe hard. But the thing is with Australians is I would back myself in my event, or I would just go to the steeple because the Australian steeple record is probably least hard.
But you got to
distance
do it
record.
without any pacing.
Yeah,
on
well,
your
And
own.
then exactly without pacing. That's what I'm thinking.
Mm.
Well, okay, the reality is running 12:55 without paces for anyone is like
Almost impossible.
pretty much impossible.
Mm.
I think you
That's
have
what
to
I'm
do
saying.
the steeple.
Yeah. But you can
That's
do any event. You can do like a 600 indoor.
I'm probably not breaking out 600.
No, but what I'm saying is it's not limited to like the traditional events.
I'm going
for
back
distance.
to the 2 mile. You know, if I was really fit, I could probably do the indoor
Indoor 2 mile. That would count.
2 mile.
Yeah.
But I think
Is that still yours?
I think so.
Has no one done that since?
Not many people run.
I was going to say 2 mile indoors is
Oh wait, no, but you broke it again at Milrose.
Yeah, I've broken it twice. But
So you'd have to go do that solo.
again, yeah.
But you've got 2 years to do it.
I would just do as an
Would
Australian.
you sign that contract?
Yeah, because I would.
Yeah.
I would become a steeplechase for 2 years.
See, I would sign that contract too. Jordy and Maya would not sign the contract.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, you can't go back on it. You and Maya both said you wouldn't sign it. You wouldn't take the risk.
Did we?
Yeah.
I thought we just hadn't finished
What's
discussing
the
it.
New Zealand? What's the New Zealand 5K record? It's
Like
probably
14:30.
Depends if you count indoor or outdoor.
just outdoor.
13:10.
Yeah, 13:04 is Jordy Beamish.
I'm trying to think.
13:10.
Your steeple record is pretty good. That'd be
That'd
Tough
be
to
pretty
do
hard
without-
around.
pacing.
I honestly think like the
2 mile. What's
one
the
of the-
outdoor 2 mile?
I don't know if it did exist.
Yeah,
Who
do we
knows?
count off events?
Yeah.
So you do.
Yeah, it's any New
Yeah.
Zealand record or any
didn't-
record. Pretty
You'd
much.
have to just specialize in the outdoor 2 mile for 2 years.
the outdoor 2 mile. That is a good idea. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. There you
I
go.
also think over 2 years,
Cash.
I think like the indoor mile. 'Cause, obviously, a mile would be easier just because it's shorter
Mm.
without the pacing compared to like trying to run 13 minutes in the 5K on your own.
Also, if you like set up your life to try to do it and you did a lot of them,
Yeah.
you'd probably get a lot better.
Yeah, I was gonna
at
say
it.
because this is not like one and done. Like,
Like
you
we
can time trial
never
it.
try
Yeah,
run
you can
without
time trial
paces.
it.
I'm sure you'd get better at it.
You get better at it for sure.
It's a good question.
Do you reckon Jingy could do it?
No, probably not.
Jingy?
You'd have to PR. That's the hardest part.
Yeah, but he's always getting better.
What's his worst PB? Probably his steeple.
800.
As well.
Oh yeah, he's probably steeple. He ran 146 in the 800. I think that's better than his steeple.
You ran 146?
Yeah, he ran that like a week before he ran something else.
I think he
People-
ran it in a 5K, probably.
All right, based on the fact that we don't know what the outdoor 2 mile is, I'm going to take it.
Okay, so he's signing it.
But your outdoor 2 mile is really fast.
Yeah, I'm not doing
That's
that.
like one of the hardest ones.
That's like 801.
Is that
crazy.
Craig's?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it's like his best.
It's probably his best
Li-
record.
It's literally, it's like the second or third fastest all time.
That's actually a crazy record.
Yeah, because I think isn't our steeple like 8:14,
16.
16? Yeah,
Yeah. I
like,
think.
I'm becoming a steeple chaser. But I think the steeple is probably surely it's got to be the easiest event to do without pace. Like, that's maybe the backwards. I think it's the event maybe that paces help you the least.
Yeah.
I would say.
What do you think, George?
There's definitely something for that because. But they still do have paces in all the
They
fast
definitely
ones.
help. They definitely help without a doubt. But compared to,
But I think they should have to like run in lane 2 or something because seeing the barrier is definitely worth something.
yeah,
And a pacer
that helps a lot.
can get annoying for that. So they should just have to like run a little wider.
Revolutionizing the sport one podcast at a time.
Oh, we're just doing it.
You're taking it right,
But
Ollie.
wait, was
Oh, yeah, I'm
was there
sorry.
wave lines?
No.
No, there wasn't wave lines.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, no, because wave lights would be easy.
Exactly, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
What
All
event
right.
are you pursuing? Also the steeple?
Me? Probably. I mean, honestly, like
Yeah, like,
you guys are gonna yell at me about this, but I think the 10K. If I train hard enough for it, and I just fucking go for it.
27:09
Yeah,
or something?
yeah,
Without paces?
yeah.
That's hard.
I've paced the 10K. I've just got to
with wave lights, wasn't it?
No, that was
Didn't
a
it
5K. That was a 5K we paced with wave lights.
No, ours didn't have wave lights.
The one with Jinky, yes, it did.
No, it didn't.
You sure?
Yeah, that's why it was kind of hard.
Well, either that or I could
Dude,
just do the indoor
25.
mile. Also, I would just my contract would get
27
tripled anyway because I already have the
is
record. I already have the record.
Huh?
I'll just lie and say I've already got the record. So
But that is not how that works.
I know I'll just lie again. No, I'd run the 1500 for the. I think personally, like,
You should keep running 329 on your own.
yeah, I think it's easier. Yeah,
Then
just get freaking anked up, like just get really just and just
you
go.
know, you know what actually would be probably the easiest if you have the ability to do it, which if anyone does, it's probably you, is the 800.
Yeah, the 800. Well, I was thinking about the
Just
800.
because that's an event that people do run
From the front.
From the front, just from that perspective.
All right,
It's like
I'm gonna run
almost
the
or
800.
the 1K.
I'm gonna run the 800
Okay,
then.
yeah, we didn't even talk about the 1K. That's probably actually the.
I run the 800. I run the 1K, but I want you guys yelling at me.
That wasn't part of the rules.
All right, fuck you then.
Just solo on a track.
All right. Well, then, with that note, Morgan.
Well, that's been episode 175 of the Coffee Cup Podcast. Guys, thank you so much for joining us once again, and we look forward to seeing you all again next week. Bye-bye.